Yes! This gal is wacky as fuck. Please make some noise for Reier Cammerman.
Ooh, it filled out so nice. Hi, everybody. Hey, how are you? Ooh, crowd work. I don't really do crowd work because I like to keep my conflicts internal. So this is gonna be hard, but it's good to get to know everybody. Do we have anybody with a felony? See, we already did the basic. We already did the get to know you questions, so I've got to go a little deeper. Anybody have no felonies? Anybody have a DUI? Okay. Well, and this is why I don't. Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't be vocal about that either. That's crazy that I would also. I'm sorry. Well, I get that. I don't have any. I don't have any charges. We're not allowed to do any material, so bear with me. I don't have any charges. When I was about 20, though, I did drive with a suspended license for about 6 months because I got caught speeding 3 times in like a span of 2 months. I know, it was insane. I don't know why. I think I used to be in this phase where I would like make myself not listen to music when I was coming back from comedy shows, and I would just make myself think about it, and it got really negative. It got really aggressive, and I talked to my therapist, and she was like, "Oh, you're probably like speeding away from your own mind or something." It's like, really? Oh, you're right. It's so scary. Well, so what is today? Is Wednesday. Do anybody working tomorrow? That's exciting. Yeah, that's good. No, what do you do? That's good. Summer. Oh, I used to teach too, but I wasn't really a teacher. I was a teacher's aide, and which is kind of like a teacher, except you don't get really. You kind of pay them, like you pay the school to do it almost, because you make so little money. It's almost like, oh yeah. I love kids. I mean, kids are always so. What's your favorite part about working with kids? Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a great point. Yeah, really not being around them, for sure. Yeah, they're fun. I mean, kids can be so mean. I worked in special ed, though, so it was really, they were mean, but kind of more physically, and sometimes, this might not be good to say. One time, I worked mostly with kiddos that were in wheelchairs and were nonverbal, and sometimes we would have to teach them how to do things that like it didn't really make sense, but it was like in the curriculum. So like none of our kids could, speak or walk or feed themselves, but we'd have to teach them like aquatic science. I swear to God, we'd have to teach them. I remember one time my instructor told me, okay, you're gonna do geometry with Abigail. That's not her name, but like you're gonna do geometry. What? Why don't we work on eye contact? It was just crazy. I loved the job, but it was so frustrating because we had all this red tape around. Like one time, I tried to teach one of the kids how to feed herself, and I got in trouble because they were saying that I was like depriving her of food. And I was like, no, I'm teaching her how to give herself food. It was crazy. It's more sad than anything, isn't it? There's a lot of pockets of sadness in the world, and I think it's kind of fun to visit them every once in a while. Well, does anybody have any questions? I don't know how to do crowd work. Everything's very planned out. Yeah, no?
If you were a Barbie, what would your accessories be?
Oh, I like the inclusion. That was really or a giraffe, if you're going that way. That's so sweet. No, I would, I probably would be a Barbie, but I'd be a Barbie that like really wanted to be an action figure, and it would be, you know what I mean? I would be like a Barbie that dressed up in like a Spider-Man shirt, and everybody's like, "What's going on?" I just want to be with something I'm not. It's funny to explain sexuality like that. I just want to be what I'm not. Because That's upsetting. Well, that's a good question. Yeah, I'd probably wear like superhero clothes, maybe some sort of clown wig. I've always wanted to be a clown. I'm not a clown, but I've always wanted to kind of walk with that group of people, you know. And they seem to be very interesting. I was listening to Spencer, and it was so funny when you said, oh yeah, he likes sparkles and rainbows. I go, oh, so your son's gay? That's crazy to say to two parents. It's so funny. Oh, so your 5-year-old's a homosexual? That's so funny. Because I am gay, and I probably wouldn't say that. But it is fun, sometimes as teachers, we can't see have you ever had that? Like you notice that a kid's like probably gonna be gay? Townend? Who? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's good. Yes, they're so deep in the closet, they're making snowmen in Narnia. They're eating those little white cookies. What's in there? Microplastics, turns out. I don't know if I've ever, some people think that I don't know. I had a family that took their kid, I used to teach preschool also, took their kiddo out of my class because they thought I was gonna like teach him how to be gay. I swear to God, I don't have, that would take so long. You know what I mean? I don't have the time to do that. Yeah, it was fun though. Let's get, any suggestions before I get off? I don't know. Anybody have anything fun coming up? You're quitting your jobs? That's exciting. Quitting your jobs. Oh, that's a crazy joke. That's insane. Oh, God. Well, one time I quit my job. I worked at McDonald's when I was a kid. One time I quit my job by saying, hey, I have to get something from my car. And they said, what is it? And I said, I don't know yet. Thank you so much, I'm Reier. Give it up for Kate.